Hello children, welcome back. Children, today's topic is mensuration. Many children feels that the mensuration chapter is difficult, but actually it's a very easy topic. Once you memorize the formulas, then you can solve the problem easily. Now let us see the formulas one by one. Circle. What is the formula for the area of a circle? Yes, the formula for the area of a circle is pi r square units. And what about the perimeter of the circle? Yes, the perimeter of circle is 2 pi r. Now let us move to rectangle. What is the formula for the area of a rectangle? Yes, the formula for the area of a rectangle is length into breadth square units. And what about the perimeter of the rectangle? Yes, it's 2 times of L plus B. L stands for length and B stands for breadth. So 2 into L plus B. Now let us move to square. We know that in a square all the sides are equal. And what about the area of a square? If I take the square as a side A, then the area of a square will be side into side. So A into A will be A square units. Now what about the perimeter of the square? The perimeter of the square is 4A. Now let us move to triangle. What is the formula for the area of a triangle? The formula for the area of a triangle is half into base into height square units. So the formula for the area of a triangle is half into base into height square units. Now let us move to cuboid. Now the volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height cubic units. Now children, what is meant by volume? Yes, volume is the amount of space occupied. If you can see here, this is the cuboid we have, right? So what is meant by volume? Volume is the amount of space occupied by a solid object measuring in a cubic units. In area we are measuring in a square units, whereas in volume we are measuring in a cubic units. So the volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height cubic units. And next one, curved surface area of a cuboid. So curved surface area of a cuboid formula is 2HL plus B. So curved surface area means we are going to take only the sides alone. Okay, whereas in total surface area of a cuboid we are taking all the sides. Okay, we are going to take all the sides of the cuboid. So what about the total surface area of a cuboid is 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. This is the formula. Now let us move to cube. What is the formula for the volume of cube? The formula for the volume of cube is A cube cubic units, right? So this is the cube we have. Okay, so the formula for the volume of cube is A cube cubic units. And what about the curved surface area of a cube? That is 4A square. So curved surface area of a cube means we are going to take only the sides alone. And what about the total surface area of a cube? We are taking all the sides. That is 6A square. Okay, so the curved surface area of a cube is 4A square, whereas the total surface area of a cube is 6A square. Now children, let us move to cylinder. What is the formula for the volume of cylinder? The formula for the volume of cylinder is pi r square h cubic units. And what about the curved surface area of a cylinder? The curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. And what about the total surface area of a cylinder? That is 2 pi r h plus r. Now children, the curved surface area of a cylinder and total surface area of a cylinder, how this formula has been derived? You can see the YouTube link there. You can see that how it has been derived. Okay, you can see the YouTube link there. Then you know how do we get that. Now children, let us move to hollow cylinder. The formula for the volume of hollow cylinder is pi h capital R square minus small r square cubic units. And what about the curved surface area of a hollow cylinder? It is 2 pi h capital R plus small r. And what about the total surface area of a hollow cylinder? It is 2 pi capital R plus small r into capital R minus small r plus h. Now let us move to cone. What is the formula for the volume of cone? Yes, the formula for the volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h cubic units. Children, in cone you can see a right angle triangle. That L stands for slant height and R stands for radius and H stands for height. And what about the curved surface area of a cone? It is pi r L. And what about the total surface area of a cone? It is pi r L plus r. Children, you can see a right angle triangle in a cone. Yes, in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. So L is the hypotenuse here. So L square is equal to R square plus H square. If I take L, what is that? L is equal to square root of R square plus H square. Now what about R? R square. R square is equal to L square minus H square. So R is equal to square root of L square minus H square. And what about H square? H square is equal to L square minus R square. So H is equal to square root of L square minus R square. These are the formulas you have to know. Now let us move to frustum cone. Now what is the formula for the volume of frustum cone? The formula for the volume of frustum cone is 1 by 3 pi h capital R square plus small r square plus capital R small r cubic units. Okay. So the formula for the volume of frustum cone is 1 by 3 pi h capital R square plus small r square plus capital R small r cubic units. And what about the curved surface area of a frustum cone? That is pi L capital R plus small r. And what about the total surface area of a frustum cone? That is pi L capital R plus small r plus pi capital R square plus pi small r square. Now let us move to sphere. What is the volume of sphere? The formula for the volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube cubic units. So the formula for the volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube cubic units. And what about the curved surface area of a sphere? That is 4 pi r square. And what about the total surface area of a sphere? That is also same, 4 pi r square. Okay, now let us move to hemisphere. Sphere's half is the hemisphere. So the volume of hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi r cube cubic units. And what about the curved surface area of hemisphere? That is 2 pi r square. What about the total surface area of hemisphere? That is 3 pi r square. Now let us move to hollow sphere. Now children, let us move to hollow sphere. The formula for the volume of hollow sphere is 4 by 3 pi capital R cube minus small r cube cubic units. And what about the outer surface area of a hollow sphere? That is 4 pi capital R square. And what about the total surface area of a hollow sphere? That is 4 pi capital R square plus small r square. Now let us move to finally hollow hemisphere. What is the formula for the volume of hollow hemisphere? That is 2 by 3 pi capital R minus r cube cubic units. And what about the curved surface area of a hollow hemisphere? Yes, that is 2 pi capital R square plus small r square. And what about the total surface area of a hollow hemisphere? That is pi 3 r capital R square plus small r square. Now children, these are the formulas you have to learn, right? You have to memorize these formulas. Once you memorize these formulas, and you can solve it very easily.